So we're at our third station on our station tour. We're at station number 6, which is located off Capitol Avenue. It's my newest station. It's built in 1974. Two good-sized bays can get any one of our apparatus that we have in our fleet in here. Even though this engine says number 7 on it, it's just a reserve piece. It's just being stored up here at this point. As far as exterior goes for this station, it's in great shape. Just some paint peeling that we need to get taken care of and just some general upkeep. So why don't we go on inside and we'll show you around. So just like on all the other stations, and every one of my stations have the same problem as far as the turnout gear storage goes. It's the same issue. You still got the off-gassing issue. You still have the UV light. Not as bad because of the way it's positioned, but you still get the sunlight and you still have the fluorescent lights. So that still is an issue for this station that we need to address. As you walk in, the bay is in pretty good shape. We've got our hose rack. Things kind of have a place. Again, partially because this is a newer station, so we'll take a walk here into the back. This is not the normal engine that's in here. It's usually our rescue, which houses all of our extrication equipment and things, and one of the reasons we have it out here is just again for the proximity of I-94. Plenty of room in here in the bay as far as for storing apparatus. What I want to really point out about this station, which is unique compared to station 2 and 3, is the drive-through bay. So we don't have the problem that I mentioned on the first station 3 there, was the backing up. So the firefighters, instead of when they pull it onto the pad, they can just actually drive around the building and pull right through, which is much safer for not only them driving, but for any people that might be in the way, because again, they're always looking forward. As we take a walk into the back of the bay, again, another little work area, which is fine. Could use a little more space just for some storage, but for the most part, it functions very well for us. I don't know if you were able to see down there, but again, I know I keep hitting the turnout gear component, but that is very important for us as far as trying to find a better way to keep the gear protected. They talk a lot about ventilation, and most of our gear storage racks are sealed up. We really need that good airflow as well. So we need to start looking at once we figure out how we're going to redo, particularly here in station number 6, how we would redo storing in the turnout gear. We're going to have to look at different types of racks again so we get that airflow. As we walk through this way, we kind of take you downstairs first, and then we'll come back up. So as we go downstairs, it comes right off the back door, which is good. In comparison to the other buildings, it's all block, all sealed up, which is good. So we don't have to worry necessarily about fire. So as we walk into the training room, as you're picking up on the theme as far as equipment, a little less in this station, a little better. It's downstairs. We're not worrying about any type of load, but again, it is being shared in the training room, which isn't ideal, but certainly functional. Plenty of room down here for training, which is good. We have a secondary means of egress out, which is we don't have in some of the stations. So again, if we had a problem and those stairs were blocked off, the guys are able to get out. Mechanical room, again. Even though this building was built in 1974, we still have to be aware of the asbestos. So certainly not as bad as the other stations. You just have to be aware of what you're touching in here as far as the pipes go. It's your typical mechanical room, more modern type of a furnace and central air. We do have some things stored in here, which we're running out of space for some of it. So we need to add on maybe a little bit to this station just to give us a little more storage. So as we transition out of the training room, and then we walk down this way, one bathroom, just no showers down here, which it's not terrible, but we can live with it. Secondary seating room down here in the basement. If the guys want to get away from each other for a little bit, so we have a secondary seating room. Just some storage in there. And more again of the common theme of changing areas in locker rooms. So the majority of the guys' lockers are down in this room. So you know, it works. It's perfectly fine. But again, if you're changing, you know, you have to take your stuff upstairs to use the shower. It would be nice if we had that locker room or whatever that just came off and you can get in the shower and not have to be running all over the station. So the rest of the lockers are upstairs in the bedroom. There's a handful in there, which we'll show you here in just a second. Coming off of the bay and at the top of the stairs, we're going to go into some of the living quarters of the firefighters. So as you walk in here, what we have again is a third seating room, which is again another nice feature. It allows guys to get away from each other for a little bit, so guys can come back in here. Some storage back here for all their bedding. One of the things that I don't necessarily like is it's all about space. Is we have to store certain supplies back in here as far as our medical stuff. It's functional, it works, just again, just not ideal, not what we're necessarily looking for. So as we transition into here, this is the dorm room, which at one time we actually had 6 beds in here, so it was much tighter. But with our relocation of putting a crew back uptown, we're able to reduce some of this, give the guys a little bit more room. We normally have 3, and then on occasion we'll have 4, just based on the staffing. Here's the other lockers I was telling you about. You know, we just don't have enough room for everybody to have lockers up here, which would be nice because again, as we walk through, you're going to walk right into the locker room. So again, you could change here, walk right over, take your shower. Fit and function works just fine. It would be nice if we, as I use the common theme, it would be nice if we were able to separate off the dorm area so that everybody have a little bit of privacy. Particularly again when we have male and females working in the same station. It would just it would be much better if we could do that. So as we walk through this door, this is going to take us into the bathroom. This is the bathroom. It's your typical bathroom. Could certainly use some updating. Has its 1970s yellow tile. We did just redo the shower. We had a major leak in there, so just as of recently we redid that. But as I've said, one of the common themes in the stations is the inability to have multiple showers. So if one of our people get contaminated, get blood, or we have multiple, we can only get one guy in the shower to get cleaned up at a time, where it would be much better if we had multiple showers so that guys could get cleaned up and get that stuff off of them in a more rapid time. So again, as you can see, the station really it flows fairly nice when it comes to changing into the bathroom and so on and so forth. Could just use some updating and could use just a little more room. So as we slide out into the living area, again, the guys will do some training up here if they can. The kitchen's in fairly good shape. As I said, we can have anywhere from 4 to 3 guys out here at a time. The cabinets could use maybe a little bit of updating in the floor, but for the most part, it functions fairly well. Now the station again has that ability of allowing the guys to kind of move around. So if they do want to be a little bit isolated, they got the room downstairs, or they got the back room where they can go off and be by themselves. Again, structurally, it's in some pretty good shape. This isn't a bad room. So as we transition out here, would be nice to have a little bit bigger office area for the officers to do reports and to do other things, but it does what it's supposed to do. So as you walk back out here out into the bay, as we come over to here, you do have the ability to, this takes you right into the locker room, so, which is a nice feature for the simple fact of if I do get contaminated out here, I can just take my stuff off right here. I walk right into the bathroom, and then I can get in the shower and get cleaned up. All right, so I'm not tracking through the house like I would at station 2 or 3. And the other thing that we are lacking, that I've mentioned in the other 2 stations, is that whole decontamination area where we have the ability. Really weren't concerned about that back in 1974, so all we have is the slop sink. So we would need to do something a little bit better as far as a separated area to decontaminate equipment and gear and the guys and stuff to that sort. So that is pretty much the 10-cent tour of station number 6. It is, I said, it's my newest station. I think it's probably one of the ones in the better shape. Is all I'd be looking for here is to try to do some refurbs of it, to do some updating, and to see what we could do to maybe take care of that turnout gear issue and the decontamination stuff, and maybe try to get some laundry facilities out here. But overall, it's in good shape. So, if you have any questions about Station 6, let me know, and now we're going to go ahead and move on to another station. So thank you.